Now that The Boys has officially ended with season 5 of the show, fans are debating if Antony Starr as Homelander is the best supervillain performance since Heath Ledger's Joker in The Dark Knight, all the way back in 2012. We gotta talk about this because I don't think a lot of you are ready to accept the truth about Antony Starr's Homelander. Let me explain. Of course, we gotta start with what other villains since Heath Ledger's Joker even are in the conversation for being close to this level of performance. I definitely think Thanos deserves to be in the conversation. It's a little odd to compare to two other live action performances because yes, this is Josh Brolin's real voice and he's doing the motion capture for a lot of it, but it does just feel a little bit different. I'm not trying to discredit him at all. It's easily in the top 5 best comic book villain performances we've had since Heath Ledger's Joker. It's probably like number 3 if we're being honest. Only other MCU character I think that deserves a shout is Loki, but I do think ultimately Thanos is a better villain and performance no matter how good Tom Hiddleston is as his character. I don't think he is quite on that level yet. Willem Dafoe has only been in No Way Home obviously since the Dark Knight release, but I do think he is absolutely incredible in that. Like, I love him so much as a character. He definitely deserves to be in the conversation for sure. But I think the complication is with the amount of screen time Antony Starr has as Homelander in The Boys, because obviously it's a 5-season TV show that he's in all 5 seasons of. It is hard to compare this to movie performances. So what other TV villains even come close? And keep in mind, this is only comic book villains we're doing. Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk is an absolutely perfect casting. It's an amazing performance. Again, I just don't think it's on that quite all-time great level. It is in a truly amazing performance, but I just think it's a little tier below, and I am getting some Fisk fatigue by the end of Daredevil Born Again season 2. I'm kind of getting tired of the dynamic between him and Daredevil, and it's hard to compare like voice acting versus live action, so I'm not really going to do that. But obviously J.K. Simmons as the voice of Omni-Man I think does deserve a shout for Invincible. And Colin Farrell as the Penguin, he is incredible in the Batman, and we get an entire TV show season about him, so he does have a lot more screen time. I know he's the protagonist of the Penguin TV show, but he is still a villain in that show. If I'm being honest with myself, I still think I'm taking Antony Starr's Homelander over all of those performances. And if I have to say it, I think he might be over Heath Ledger's Joker performance. Now, it's incredibly hard to pick. They're both like 1A, 1B. I could see it going either way. This really is not, like I said, an attack on Heath Ledger's performance or anything. It's almost just unfair to Heath Ledger because he is in a 2.5-hour movie. Antony Starr's Homelander has like the same amount of screen time as Heath Ledger's Joker in like 2 episodes of The Boys. And like I said, we get 5 seasons of him. And yes, even though seasons 4 and 5 were definitely weaker seasons of the show, Homelander never once dipped in quality. Even all of season 5, like I didn't think the whole religious him wanting to become God arc was the most interesting thing, but I think when he was on screen I was like, oh my god, yeah, he's like the best actor in the world. This is incredible. Season 4 I actually think was even weaker than season 5. I know that's a hot take, but I really think that was a mess. But there is an incredible episode in that, and that's Wisdom of the Ages, which is pretty much just an acting showcase for Antony Starr as Homelander. He is still incredible. These performances are really super similar. Like both the Joker and Homelander are hilarious performances in different ways. The Joker is more intentionally funny, whereas Homelander you're more laughing at a lot of times. But still both take a ton of skill from an actor's perspective, but also both of these can be incredibly intimidating. Homelander also has the angle where he is also very pathetic at the end of the day too, which I don't really think the Joker has. I've seen a lot of people bring up the fact that like, oh yeah, Heath Ledger had way more Joker comics to go off of, and like Batman the Animated Series and Jack Nicholson, and he could use all those different influences, whereas Antony Starr only really had the Boys comics and he had to shape this into his own thing. I don't think that really gives Antony Starr an advantage. Like, it doesn't take away from Heath Ledger's performance just because there have been other Joker actors before him. Let me know who you'd pick in the comments below. Like I said, it's almost a tie for me. If you ask me right now, I'd probably say Antony Starr is the best comic book villain performance we've ever seen though. And if you want to see my full review of the series finale of The Boys and all my other The Boys videos on the channel, click the playlist above my head right now, and thank you so much for watching.